Today I'll be starting with the topic polynomials. So before starting with the topic polynomials, let's talk about like terms and unlike terms. So as you already studied in your previous classes, what are like terms? What are unlike terms? So like terms are the terms in which the variables are also same and the degrees are also same. And in case of unlike terms, even though the variables are same, the degrees are different. So why we have to study this concept like terms and unlike terms? So we have to study this because addition and subtraction is possible only if we know in the algebraic expressions is possible only if we know about like terms and unlike terms. So today let's start with the topic what? Polynomials. So how we describe polynomials? The degree of a x raised to n, if a is not equal to 0, the degree of a x raised to n is n. So the degree of a non-zero constant is 0. The constant 0 has no defined degree. So this is the definition of a polynomial. So you can ask me, ma'am, if a is not equal to 0, yes. If a is not equal to 0, then only it is a polynomial. Suppose if a is equal to 0, then we cannot form an equation. Okay. So 6x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus 2x minus 5 is a given polynomial. So 6, what is this 6 called? This 6 is called the coefficient of x with a degree of what? 4. And 3 is called a coefficient of degree x cube. And 2 is called the coefficient of degree x raised to 1. And 5 is the degree of non-zero constant, that is 0. So definition of a polynomial in X. A polynomial in X is an algebraic expression of the form an x raised to n plus an minus 1 x raised to n minus 1, an minus 2 x raised to n minus 2, and so on a1x plus a0, where an minus 1, an minus 2, and so on up to a1 and a0 are what? Real numbers. So what are real numbers? You already know that, right? It includes both what? Rational numbers as well as what? Irrational numbers. And an should not be equal to zeros. So I've already told you in the previous slide that is about the definition of a polynomial in which an should not be equal to 0, because if an is equal to 0, then we cannot form a polynomial, and n is a non-negative integer. So the polynomial of a degree n, an is the leading coefficient and a0 is the constant term. So the first term of a polynomial is called the leading coefficient, and the last term is called what? A0, that is a constant term. Why is it called a constant term? Because it does not have any variables. Therefore, we call it as a constant term. So coming with an example, minus 9x cubed plus 13x cubed. So you all know that x cube is with minus 9 and x cube is 13, and I have already told you about the like terms. So since both of them are like terms, so minus 9 plus 13, you already studied about the algebraic operations, right? Minus plus, plus minus, plus into minus, minus into minus. These 4 algebraic operations you already studied about. So minus 9 plus 13 taken in a bracket, x cube is common, which gives you what? 4x cube. Because minus 9 plus 13 is what? Plus 4x cube. The highest number bar, the sign of the highest number will be kept. That is 4x cube. These like terms both contain x to the third power, add the coefficients and keep the same variable factor, that is x cube. This is how we perform addition of a polynomial. So adding and subtracting polynomials. So combine like terms. So as I have taught you in the previous example, that is minus 9x cubed plus 13x cubed, keeping the coefficient x cube common, that is x cube common, minus 9 plus 13 in bracket, so will give us what? 4x cube. So I have given an example here. Perform the indicated operations and simplify. So in the first bracket I have given you minus 6x cube plus 2x square minus 8 plus in other bracket 13x cube minus 4x square plus 4x plus 14. So before performing this simplification, I have already told you about the like terms. So keeping that in mind, we have to perform the operations. So minus 6x cube plus 13x cube. So these are what? Like terms. So minus 13 plus 6 will give us 7x cube plus 2x square minus 4x square. So these both are what? Like terms. So I have to perform an operation, whatever is required here. Plus 2 minus 4 will give us what? Minus 2x square. So here the coefficient of x is what? 4. But in the first bracket, the coefficient of x is what? 0. So 0 plus 4x will give us what? Plus 4x. Minus 8 plus 14 will give us what? Plus 6. Keep the greater number symbol, subtract because two different symbols. So I have given an example here. So please do it in the next class. If you have any doubt, I'll get back to you.